Came to check on my horses today. Gave them 48 hours by themselves. Figured out, just see where they'll be and what they're doing. They are still up here. Plenty of hay left, plenty of water, plenty of grasses for them to eat on. But then the next goal is to expand my pasture this way. And I think I figured it out with how I want to do it. With coming off of that tree there, in around those trees, so those bushes are on this side, to that tree there, which I'm going to cut down into a post size, to those trees over there, which I will cut. I think I'm gonna cut those two, or at least one of the pieces down to a post size, and just kind of curve it around the pipeline. I'm gonna curve it out too into the pipeline. Come around with the curve. Come around with the curve. Come around with the curve. To open it up more on that end. And then down on this end, go from here, kind of curve it out around those trees to that post. And this will be kind of a semicircle kind of thing here, semicircle kind of thing here on this side pipeline. So all of that stuff there is going to be moved, and we'll go from there. All right, so I got just one side done. I don't even get the whole side done because I got to go across here and then back up there, but I should get it done by the end of the day. So I got my corner in, and this is going to go across the pipeline, and then I'm gonna have a path right here, right about here somewhere, in my feed shack and all that. But got that in. It comes up pretty straight right here. This tree will be cut down to a post size at some point, so it's gonna wrap around this side of the tree to that post there, to that post here, and then we're cutting up in here, and it'll go to this post, to that post, to that post, to that tree, and then this is the first line. Like I said, I want to do mine in sections instead of one expanded line like down there. I want to do my pastures in sections, just in case I got to take one side down, the whole thing doesn't sag, and I don't have to worry about fixing it all over the place. You know, it's just whatever section's messed up, I can work on that section. So that's the goal. But yeah, and then you see, you know, we're kind of inside here. It'll give them this much more pasture ground, which I think will be beneficial. And then I'll do the next one and the next one. This pipe, this main area here is going to be broken down into 3 paddocks. Yeah, but let me get back to work. Oh boy. So I got first side strung up with 2 strands, and then I'm about to get the other side strung up with 2 strands, and then get up out of here. I'm racing sunlight. But you can see how that thing curves out. Curves out, curves out. It's gonna be pretty. Thing's gonna be pretty. Like coming around this tree is gonna be cut down into a post. We'll clean these up around this tree here. This tree here is also gonna be cut down into a post. And then we got straight. Got straight away. And then we ended it right here. And then I went straight across here. Straight across here. Corner post here. Corner set there. My house though. Check out my house. Son came over here early. He was like, "Dad, you gotta go see it." Been so busy trying to get things done, I ain't even been thinking about it. But yeah. So we got going on. So got my wire. Got my lights, my water spigots, and let's go up in here. So that's my dryer vent go. My dryer goes here. This sink doesn't go here, it goes there. So he's gonna have to move that. This is utility sink's gonna have to be moved to there. Up in my bedroom, we have her grandiose tub. She's gonna love this. Showers in. Refrigerator there, range, countertop, and double ovens. Here are the sinks. It's gonna be so cool. My family room. Don't want it on my finger. I've seen you breathe life within, so I pour out my praise again. You're worthy, God, you're worthy of all of it. Your promises never fail. I've got stories I live to tell. My office. Let the old dog stay in there. You're strong and I've witnessed it. You're constant, I've witnessed it. And I'm confident I'll see it again and again. You love and I've witnessed it. You heal and I've witnessed it. You save and I've witnessed it. And I'm confident I'll see it again and again. You're good and I've witnessed it. And you're strong and I've witnessed it. You're constant, I've witnessed it. And I'm confident I'll see it again and again. I've witnessed your faithfulness. And I've seen you breathe life within. So I didn't even notice these joints were in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Front door. Oh yeah. Porch. Supposed to be some steps and some rails and all that. Pantry. Oh yeah, looking good. My big garage and workshop. Back over here. So we came down this line, straight right here, then it curves out and round over there, gives some shape to it. This is the straightaway here. You know, make sure I went outside of the pipes, the gas lines. Outside of the gas lines. And then I'm going to make a hard gate over here, because this is outside of the gas line. And I know I can dig in here, outside of that clearance. Now I can dig in here. So it'll be a gate. They come up and they can go through the gate here if they need to do anything over here. But it'll be a series of gates to get them into whatever paddock they need to get into. But this is one paddock here, you know, and then it'll be another paddock back there. That goes long ways around there. And then come back here. Started doing this one. Gave it some shape too, a short straightaway here. And then curved it out around this tree and around here. That's my big-headed nephew. Came out around here, coming around here, curving it out here. And then we're in a garden space here. So this will be a garden space. It'll be some garden beds that I'm going to be putting in here. It'll be opened up over here somewhere. But this is a garden space. And yep, let me get back to it. I got one more line to run and then I'm out of here. All right, got it done. So this pasture, man, this pasture is going to be pretty dope because it's a small paddock area that's going to have great grasses here. And it's gonna, it rounds over around there and curves and got shape straight across the middle. I don't care about that. Straight across the middle. And then it got more shape around on this end. And it's just gonna be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Kids, the boys did a great job getting all these up. I actually look like I might have enough to do what I want to do to go all the way down here. Some rustic features to this. But I got this line in. I got this line in. Trying to go. This line in, just leave my wire there for now. Got this line in, anchor tree there, comes down. Old wire, gotta figure out what to do with that and probably use it somewhere. Comes down around the back of this tree. This tree here, we're gonna actually clean this tree up. I'm gonna trim it up, I'm gonna clean it up because it's a beautiful tree. It produces some really big acorns and it's really, really nice. Just needs to be cleaned up. It's a fairly young tree. Compared to some of the others on this property, so this will definitely be one to save. Nice canopy on top, shade over here, shade over there. Now on the inside of here with the hugelkultur mound, as you can see, look at the post, look at the post, look at the post. This is a garden space. Remember I told you we're going to develop garden spaces as we develop our paddocks and things of that sort. So around this tree, so this one is connected to a 2x4, pressure treated 2x4, drilled into the tree, and then it's nailed into this piece of wood instead of this tree. So as this tree grows, giving a little flexibility here on both sides of this thing, as this tree goes, it'll push it out, and the wire actually will not go into the tree to harm the tree, which is a plus. Come around here, come around here, come around here. We were going to go on this pine, but this pine is so healthy up in here. All these acorns, all down on the ground. This pine's healthy too. I think I'll have to inspect that one, but this one is really healthy. So I didn't want to connect here. This tree here, I was going to cut it out anyway, so I'm going to cut this down to a post size. Just chop it off right there, drop it, and then I got one, maybe 2 posts out of this, and then some great firewood for smoking meats and things of that sort. So that's connected there. Remember, it was a cedar here, so this cedar was cut down into a post. I'm gonna go ahead and put my angle cut on it, and then, you know, it's doing what it was meant to do here. And then we come down to this corner. Ooh, I gotta get all this brush out of here. That's my next thing. Come down to the corner. So I got my corner pieces in, and they're tight. So this string here is pulling that way on it, and I need to tie this better. I'll take care of that tomorrow. It's just up here for now. This one's on good, but it pulls this way for that way, and then when I do this, it'll pull this way and it just pulls everything tight. Everything stays tight. I mean, it's already tight. This thing's already tight and nice and strong and sturdy. And then we're gonna pull this way and come across the pipeline. Come across the pipeline. Come across, come across, come across. And then you're looking inside of this paddock. It's gonna be so much extra grass and extra space for them. They can get down to this good grass, good forage, and stay warm. So we'll get this one knocked out while they're still building the house. And then once the house is completed, I'll go ahead and start working on the next paddock, then the next paddock, then the next paddock. But here where this mulch is, we're actually gonna do a path that comes right across this pipeline. And then I got some features that I wanna use over there. But anyway, let me get back to this. It comes across to this corner unit. And then this corner unit here, pulled against that corner unit, it's just gonna tighten this up as well as tighten that up. It's gonna make this thing so strong. I mean, it's already sturdy. It's already sturdy and strong. It's already sturdy and strong, so yeah. Yeah, I just need to crimp all of these. Now I'll bring my crimping tool and get everything crimped up. But this one came back behind here. We have some nice deer rubs in here. Got this nice young pine tree. That one there, that needs to be cleaned up a little more. This nice young pine tree. We're gonna allow these pine trees to grow because it's outside of the what is that called? Pipeline clearance area. Come down, come down, come down. And then it curves back behind this. This tree here, this big old tree, we're actually gonna have that cut down into post size. Allow this bush to grow and just bush out. And then we came around and we curved out to give them on this side of the property some more coverage. Which I don't know if it's gonna be. Yeah, it'll be coverage once these trees start to grow and bush out. But that's gonna be cut down into a post. And then it curves out there. Curves out there, curves out there. And then it's connected to this tree here. This tree is so terrible up at the top. We're just gonna have somebody come and knock this joint down too and be done with this tree as well. But then the cool feature that hit me, I said, oh man, my water trough. I can literally take my water trough. I left everything kind of long so I could finish it up. I did not wire knot, but my water troughs to be able to fit here. And as they're here, I can, you know, it can work on that side or work on this side or maybe on this end. That way it's a little bit closer. But that way it'll work and we can have water stations around here and go from there. All right, so let me finish packing up and get up out of here. What you hit yourself in the head? All right, so I got the first 2 strands. It is cold out here. I didn't even start a fire. I just got right to work so I can get this done and then possibly get out of here early. But I got the 2 strands on all the way around this thing. I'm going to put a 3rd on this thing before I get out of here of smooth wire. Probably across the middle for the smooth. Another strand of barbed wire across the edge, across the edges. But I have to close up back there because when I got here this morning, hey Corky dog, little horse, still a little horse. When I got here this morning, Superstar was on the other side of the fence because it went through over there where I left it open, but Superstar must have walked through the creek to get back over on this end, so I have to close that up. But I'm not tripping because we have this open now. And Corky Doo was the first one through. Corky Doo. All right, so it's open. Let me get back to work. All right, so I got 2 out of 3 done so far with 3 lines. And then I can't forget before I get out of here, even if I have to move my car all the way out to the street because the rain is starting to intensify and I don't want to be stuck up here with my car. Don't have a truck, I have a car. But I had it, the 2 out of 3 done. So you see the triple line. I did barbed wire on this side, and then in between, on the bottom, I'm gonna do another strand of barbed wire, and in between, I will be doing smooth wire, and then on top, smooth wire on this side. And then on this front end, gonna do another row of barbed wire. Once I get over here, I can show you it's starting to intensify. So I'm not gonna be out here too long. Today, I don't wanna get sick because I wanna keep working. So over here, I have 3 lines. 2, I have smooth wire in the middle, barbed top, barbed bottom. We're gonna do another row of barbed wire down at the bottom, then smooth wire in between there, and then 1, 2 more smooth wires in between, and then a smooth wire on top here. So I need a whole fresh roll of smooth wire for this. And then you know, the barbed wire and the smooth wire is to just give me extra security, because I am going to run a I think I'm gonna do a poly strand electric fence, 1 strand in here, that when I'm in here with them, I can put the charger here and this will be hot, or I have them over in the next pasture. I can take the charger or the energizer, whatever it's called, put it on the next one and make that section hot and do it that way. But if, you know, the solar panel charger doesn't have any charge because we had a week of rain and no sun, I'm still comfortable with what I have to keep in the animals. The only thing that I won't be comfortable with is if I have piglets, and the piglets will be able to get up underneath here. But before I have piglets, I'm sure I would have something in place for that. But yeah, let me get back to work. It's time for me to do this line over on this end, and then once I get this line done, I'll be moving over to the back of the property over there to close them up down over that way. All right, yeah, catch you in a few. All right, I'm done up on this end. So, you know, we started with the bucket and rail to get this whole thing started with the gates. Now the gates are open, and I'm in one of the first small pasture padded. But we have 3 strands up all the way around this to contain the horses, to keep the horses in while they continue to build my beautiful home. But we have this done. I've learned some good techniques. It's just, you know, trial and error. But I learned some good techniques on how to tie off, and what they call it, a dead stop or something like that. Each one, this is the first one, and it gets better, you know, that's the second one, or that's the first, that's the second, because I did bottom first. That's the first one, then that's the second one, then, you know, this is the third one. Each one getting better and better and better. And then I also learned that we don't need to double wrap anything. God, dog, I gotta remember this shit. Barbed wire. Look at, I'm tearing my hands up today. Somebody said, get some leather gloves. I can't work with them for some odd reasons. Maybe I gotta find a pair that fits me right. But for the most part, you know, I do well without getting cut up until I get lazy and forget that it's barbed wire right there. But got the 3rd strand on all the way around. Gives good tree cover. Those are gonna grow. We're gonna keep those to certain sizes and you know, just allow them to grow. Man, there's a lot of rubs in here. There's a rub right there. There's a rub right here. There's some on that side. And then I've seen some giant bucks out here. But anyway, let's continue this. So we have the 3rd one around. It comes around this pine. I said acorns yesterday, but it's pine cones, okay? You gotta excuse me. I'll be tired. But plenty of pine cones fall down to the ground. And you know, these pines are good, healthy pines. These 2 here, maybe 3. I think this one is dying, but it gets a lot of cones on it too. But at least 2 of these are very healthy pines that we're gonna allow to continue to grow for right now. And then because they have dropped cones and younger pine trees are growing. But continue to go around. Remember, I cut this post a long time ago. This is what it's used for. And then we'll talk about that on another day. So we came all the way around. Came all the way around. So for this side here, everything's pulled that way from this post. You know, see, each one's getting better. Each one's getting better. That's getting better. But we pulled from this side. We pulled from down there, but everything's being pulled this way on here. I mean, this thing is not wiggling at all. And then from here, we pulled 2 strands that way and 1 this way, I think is what I did. I don't know. But then got this side marked and flagged. Smooth wire in the middle, barbed wire on top, barbed wire on bottom. This is where most of the interaction will be happening. Most times with visitors, or my kids just come out to see the horses and stuff like that. They'll most likely come to this section right here and visit with them, unless they just come on in. But got this done. And then, like I said, I had some healthy pines. They were somewhere. Had some healthy pines because I got pine trees growing all over the place. And these are going to be trimmed up this winter to encourage them to bush out. Like I did that one last year and it bushed out. I did this one, it bushed out, but again, we have a rub. But we're going to clean that one up, let that grow in the middle. So we came to here, and then we have those that are pulled that way, and then we have those that are pulled this way, and then everything is tight. There's no wiggle room for any of it. And then this is pulled this way. 1 strand this way, 2 strands that way. 1 strand this way, 2 strands that way. And that comes up and around. And this tree, both of these pieces on this tree will be cut down to post height, like just above where the top barbed wire is actually. So this tree is going to be cut out of here. This tree is going to be cut out of here as well, because those trees will grow and give good canopy shade, as well as the trees that we're going to allow to grow here in these sections. I mean, you can see the bushes. We topped all these off. I had my son top them off yesterday to encourage them to bush out. This one I did last year, and I mean, you can see how much bushier it is. I probably shouldn't have did it this year, but or did it so soon. But came out, curve around here, and we got that a big old curve around here, and that's going to go with the path. As you can see, the path, the house, and just going to be another feature. Most times people won't be coming this way to come see them unless, you know, I'm taking them inside. But I want this section here a little more protected. It's going to be more barbed wire on this side because my dogs will be just about over here somewhere. And I got a couple hotheads, and I got a couple that, you know, they're cool and just mind their business. But yeah, you can see the first 2, you know, these are very first 2 that I did. This one here, I need to actually tie it off, tighten it up a little more. But that's 2 strands. I wasted barbed wire. 2 strands down on the bottom. You know, that one's an okay knot. This one's okay knot. But I dead knotted them all and pulled against them, so any tightening happened. And then if something falls on here, you know, it still has a little bit of flexibility to it, and then it just tighten up, and then I can crank it tight if I need to. But all these extra shrubs and things, they need to be removed. All right, so stars coming out here, going through there. I moved the brush right here. I spread it out and told Star to get your tail back over here. And Star came hauling through this thick stuff and right on through here and came right on back up in here. But I went down there and I saw the hoof prints down there, where Star went down into the creek and then back up. So I'm gonna cut that, go on, cut that off, and get ready to start running this next portion, I guess, because I need to fix the shape over here to how I want it. So that'll be the next. But anyway, this is temporary. Some old fencing, all panel fencing that we had. Went ahead and just put a couple of staples in it loose like this, so I can get them out of here when I go ahead and run the fence the correct way. And I closed it and stuck something in front of it. Closed it up over here. And, yeah. So yeah, let me put my tools away and feed them up, and I think I'm gonna go on home early today.
Never gave up on me. You never gave up on me. You were my testimony. Oh, you never gave up on me. You never gave up on me. You were my testimony. Oh,
Crazy part is that this is going to be a very sunny spot because of the way I've already cut the trees, as well as what needs to come down still. Very interesting. It'd be great if they moved that daggone dumpster out the way.
in my veins, that's just proof I earned my name. I've been lost and I've been found.